It is now, we're talking about Saturday now. I have not even moved from filming the last video because it's been a full 5 seconds since I stopped filming it. So, Saturday was actually a really good day. I slept in till 11:45 and it was amazing. But at the same time, I also had made plans on Friday to have lunch on Saturday with Mia and Owen at noon. So I was like, oh man, I got 15 minutes to get up and ready and over to Four Winds. But I got there in time. It was fine. But so yeah, I had lunch at noon with them because we were going to go out to Walmart, get a frame for that picture that we're making for our boss, and some white elephant gifts because the Kings are now doing a white elephant. I feel like I've mentioned this, but it was my idea, and I'm very proud about that. I talked to the president, and I was like, hey, what do you think about this? And he was like, I talked to the officers. And then, like, the next day, he sent out a message in the Discord, and he was like, all right, guys, you're doing a white elephant. And I was like, sweet, we're doing it. But, yeah, anyway, back to lunch. I had lunch with Owen and Mia in Four Winds, and then we went to catch the 12:30 bus to go to Walmart, and since we were almost late to catch the bus. We walked out of Four Winds at like 12:25, and because of that, I wasn't completely finished eating. I had this cookie. It's like a huge cookie. It was like this big, the size of my face, pretty much. It was in my pocket, which is not the best place to put a cookie, I'll admit, but that's where I had to end up putting it. We were running out to the bus, and it fell out of my pocket. And it was raining, so it rolled right into a puddle, and I couldn't even save it. And I was like, no, my cookie! And so I just had to leave it in the puddle. and then we ran to the bus. So, yeah, my cookie just fell out. And they were like, Will, I didn't even feel it, actually. Like, they had to tell me, Will, you dropped your cookie. And I was like, what? Where? And they're like, all the way back there. And I'm like, what? Why didn't you tell me sooner? They were like, we thought you felt it. And I was like, no, I didn't feel it. I would try to catch it if I felt it. But yeah, so we got on the bus and we went to Walmart. We got white elephant gift for King's White Elephant. I got a frame well, I didn't technically buy it. Mia bought it. But we got the frame for the picture of our boss. I also got a few more things. I got as presents. I should not be showing that because they watch my videos. Anyway, I'm gonna cut that out in editing. And then I also got some laser tag guns, which, like, me and Owen, we each bought a set. It was like $25 for each set. So but we can do like laser tag now, like around campus, which I think would be super cool because they're not like actual guns. They're just like they shoot invisible lasers, and it's cool. It's laser tag, you know. So I think that's gonna be really cool. But anyway, after the Walmart trip, we came on back to campus, and I think Mia actually went back to her room, and then Owen and we sat in the commons for a few minutes, and see what Owen got for his white elephant gift was a bag of candy, except he rolled it up in 2 entire rolls of duct tape. And all I'm saying is I better not get that because I do not want to go through 2 entire stinking rolls of duct tape. That's gonna suck. But he wrapped that in the commons, and we also put all the batteries in the laser guns too. So, and then I also checked out my Spotify Wrapped because that's the thing that everybody's like freaking out over right now for some reason, which I guess if you don't know what that is, basically it's on the music app Spotify, and it tells you pretty much what you've listened to for the whole year. Tells you what's your top artist, what's the song that you listen to the most, stuff like that, kind of like just your statistics basically on the app. And mine was honestly so funny because I don't even use Spotify that much. I mean, it was so funny because I was going through and I was like, I don't even listen to a ton of Toby Mac, but Toby Mac was my top artist, which, I mean, I like him. I do like his music. He's got some good songs. He's got some great songs. But it was like, Toby Mac was your top artist this year, and your top song was Love Broke Through. You listened to it to a whopping 3 times. You couldn't get enough of it. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. 3 whole times. That's insane. It was so over the top about it. Like, I know I had some friends that were like, it said, because it would show you how many minutes of music you listen to during the year too. They were up in like the 100,000s, I think, or maybe it was 10,000. I don't even know. It was some huge number. And then I was at like 200, and I was like, whoa, guys, this is crazy. But yeah, that was really funny. But anyway, after showing in the comments, Owen and I came back to the room, and because we had to put all of our stuff that we bought back in the room, and then we were going to go to that bargain bin store that just opened up recently. That's like a mile away from campus. And Matt was in here, and I was like, hey, Matt, do you want to go to the bargain bin store with me and Owen? He was like, all right, sure. And so we walked to the bargain bin store, and it was really good, actually, because I found, check it out. Ooh, I found this. I'm pretty sure this is like a $30 desk lamp. $7 at this store. And it's got like 5 different modes. I like the warm one. And then you can also like lighten and dim it. Look at that. That's crazy. And then you can also set it on a timer, and it turns itself off after like an hour. So that's really cool. $7. That's crazy. That's just because we went on Saturday. On Tuesdays, everything is $1, and PCC students get an extra 10% off. I don't know why, but I'll take it. It's good stuff. And then I also got a Gru mask. Hold on, let me get it for you. Don't mind me getting out of bed. Tonight we steal the moon. I did not fall over. Anyway, I also got this cool webcam because my family FaceTimes me every Tuesday or so, and every time I do it, I feel like the quality on my computer is like, the computer camera is like super bad. So I got a webcam, 1080p. It's pretty good. I've not FaceTimed them with it yet, but it will be very useful. So that's good. Oh, one moment while I get comfy again. Ooh. Okay, we're good. All right. Also, at the bargain bin store, Ken himself checked me out. He's a great guy. I'll definitely be going back there. And also, B-roll went off when I was in there, and one of the guys in my collegian, Jacob, I had breakfast with him yesterday. I mentioned that in my last video, which I remember because I just filmed it. He was in my comment section. He was like, $1 Tuesdays, man. We should totally like get the Kings together and go on Tuesday. And I was like, I'm down. So nobody said anything yet, but if it happens, I'm going. I'm just saying. So yeah, it's good stuff. Anyway, after that, we came back. We walked there, by the way, because it's only a mile away, which I thought it'd be a lot more scary, but it wasn't that bad. It was raining, but it wasn't that bad. It wasn't raining like super hard. We had our umbrellas, obviously, but yeah, Matt got a phone case, a new phone case, and he also got some 3D printer, like the wire you put in there. I don't want to say wire because it's really not. It's the plastic you put in there that it melts, and then it does the whole like. It prints to the thing, the filament, I guess, is what you probably call it. I don't even know. But it's orange, and he said orange is his brother's favorite color, so we got that. So it's pretty nice. So we came back after that, and we actually played laser tag in Ballard for, I don't even know, like an hour. It was pretty good with the new guns that we bought today. I say today. Yesterday, technically, because Saturday was yesterday. But we're talking about Saturday. That we bought also on Saturday. I swear, sometimes when I film these videos, I don't know what tense to use, just because I'm talking about like, it's Sunday today, but I'm talking about Saturday, so I keep wanting to say today, even though it wasn't today. It's just, it's crazy, man. After laser tag, I had dinner with Owen. This was at like 5:30, 6 o'clock. I think it was 6. It was like 6 o'clock. And Matt had dinner with Heather, and then he went to work. And then I went back to my room to work on some stuff for a minute, just because I have some art projects due this week that I'm really behind on. But I was actually planning on working in the library because I had some friends, Izzy and Eden. They were like, hey, Will, do you want to... Well, actually, they didn't call me. I actually saw them in Four Winds. But they were like, hey, we're going to the library later to work on our projects. Do you want to come? You're welcome to come. And I was like, oh, yeah, sure. I'll totally think about being there. Because... Well, I said think about it because I actually had plans that night because, every Saturday Kings have a game night, so I was thinking about that. And then I also was planning on hanging out with Owen some more. I was like, oh, I could probably stop by for like an hour maybe. And they're like, oh, cool, we'll meet you there. And so, actually, I didn't end up going because one of them got caught up with something and they had to wait until later to do it. And I was like, well, I might show up, I might not. And I ended up not. So, that happened. So instead, Owen and I dressed up as Gru, and we went and terrorized the sports center for a little bit because Mia and Ashlyn were on the rock wall. Just chilling on the rock wall because it's fun. And we went in there and we just stared at them for a minute and then left.
Are we open?
This is a sticker.
If I didn't have guns on, I would disarm you. Gloves on, not guns. I mean, I got guns anyway. What the frick, dude?
I mean, we didn't leave, but we walked out just because I didn't want to be in that mask for a long time because there's rules against masks technically. They don't want you to cover your face because then I can't tell who you are. So, which I understand. That's a pretty fair rule, I think. But we went there for a minute. We bothered them, and then when they were done, we followed them out. We walked them back to their dorm, and then. There was only 45 minutes left until game night, so I just ran up to get my laptop out of my room, and then Owen and I headed over to Rice Tower, and we terrorized it up in there for a minute. It's pretty good. Basically, you know what? I'm just gonna show you.
Looks like a Christmas tree.
So that was hilarious. And then after that, I actually went back up to 11th floor because I had to say hi to Carson, of course, because he's up there. Carson and Ben were actually in there, and so literally I just knocked on their door and I stood there and I waited for them to open it. And actually, Carson didn't even hear me knock. They both had their AirPods in, so they didn't hear anything. So Carson was literally walking out as I knocked, which was very convenient. but he opened it up and he got scared for a second, and I said, I need your help stealing the moon. It was hilarious. And then I went to their room for a minute.
Not really. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Put it on.
Tonight we steal the moon!
And then I also went down to 2nd floor to terrorize Manny for a second. I did the same thing to him, and Owen and I talked to him for a minute before heading up to 4th floor for game night. We usually do it on 3rd floor or 2nd floor, but 2nd floor had a Smash Bros tournament going on, and then 3rd floor had an entire Christmas party going on. So we had to do it on 4th instead, which is fine. But anyway, then game night, obviously. We played Uno Flip, which I'd never heard of until literally yesterday, Saturday. Which it was actually pretty interesting. The way it works is that there's cards on both sides of the card, so it's not back of the card, front of the card. It's like both sides are the front of the card, so you can play both sides. Except you can only play on one side. Like one side is a light side, one side is a dark side, and so it'll start on one of the sides, and then there's a new card where you can like flip the deck, and then you have to flip the pile and your hand, and suddenly, boom, you're playing the dark side now, and you can only play the cards on that side. It was pretty interesting, but anyway, we also played some Jackbox games after that. It was pretty good, and then I don't think anything else happened after that. We just came back to the room, went to sleep. It's pretty good. But yeah, Saturdays are always insane. It's good stuff. So yeah, I might even end up making Sunday's video tonight. Who knows? Anyway, peace out, bros.